Gentlemen, let's set the record straight today. If you're struggling with weaker erections, the real problem isn't always your age. More often than not, the culprit sits right on your plate within 10 minutes of waking up. In over 2 decades of treating men, I've seen the same pattern again and again. A hidden breakfast trap that silently chokes blood flow exactly where you need it most. Here's the truth. Almost every man over 60 is making the same mistake each morning, and it's sabotaging their circulation without them even realizing it. What most men don't expect is this. Your very first meal either powers up blood flow to the groin or slowly shuts it down. And when that happens day after day, the damage stacks up. Even more surprising, there's one simple, often overlooked food sitting right in your kitchen right now that could completely flip the script. Most people never give it a second glance, but it's one of the most powerful natural tools for restoring vitality. My name is Dr. Rele. I'm a men's health specialist, and for more than 15 years, I've helped thousands of older men disarm these hidden traps. Today, I'm going to show you how to turn your breakfast into your strongest secret weapon. Now, of course, Big Pharma would rather you believe the solution comes in a little blue pill, but the truth is, your body already knows how to heal itself if you feed it the right tools. And those tools aren't in a prescription bottle. They're in 4 very specific foods that you can add to your breakfast starting tomorrow. In the next few minutes, I'll reveal each one. These are not exotic or expensive items. You'll find them in almost any grocery store. But when you use them properly, they can completely change how you feel. Stronger circulation, more resilient pelvic tissue, better confidence, and no side effects. Just your body working the way it was designed. And when we get to food, number 3, you'll see why so many of my patients report feeling a difference in less than a week. Some say they notice the change even faster. Stick with me because I'll show you exactly why it's so effective near the end. If you're ready to reclaim your vitality where it matters most, make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon. Every week we break down science-backed strategies for helping seniors thrive in their later years. And if this message resonates with you, drop a 1 in the comments. If you're still skeptical, type 0. I read every single response. Alright, let's dive in. Food number 1, the power of black beans. You might not expect it, but just 2 tablespoons of black beans in the morning can do wonders for circulation where you need it most. This small serving packs an impressive combination of arginine, magnesium, and anthocyanins, nutrients your body requires to expand blood vessels and push oxygen-rich blood into critical areas. Think about the issues many men face after 60. Cramping calves, cold feet, sluggish blood flow, or mornings when things simply don't respond the way they used to. In most cases, the problem isn't age itself. It's what's missing from breakfast. Far too many men skip the meal entirely or grab something quick, like a plain slice of toast or a cup of coffee. The problem is, those choices do nothing to boost nitric oxide, the key molecule that relaxes blood vessels. By your 60s, nitric oxide production has already declined significantly, meaning smooth muscle tissue in the groin doesn't receive the same oxygen supply it once did. Less oxygen means weaker energy, reduced firmness, and more frustration. Here's where black beans step in. They naturally support nitric oxide production, restoring healthier circulation without medication. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Aren't beans just gas-producing carbs? That's a common myth. The truth is, with simple preparation, soaking them overnight or using a pressure cooker, black beans are gentle on digestion and incredibly powerful for health. Nutritionally, black beans are richer in essential amino acids than many so-called protein bars sold at the supermarket. And thanks to their high fiber content, they help stabilize blood sugar, preventing energy crashes and digestive spikes later in the day. Recent research backs this up. Vascular expert Dr. D. Fanca Hernandez published findings showing that just 2 tablespoons of black beans daily can raise nitric oxide levels to amounts comparable with certain prescription vasodilators. Think about that. Something as simple as beans can help your body do what drug companies charge a fortune for. How black beans work in your body. Here's the science. Black beans are loaded with larginine, an amino acid that stimulates the enzyme enos, endothelial nitric oxide synthase. Once activated, enos signals blood vessels to relax and expand, allowing more oxygen-rich blood to travel to your groin, legs, and everywhere else that suffers from poor circulation with age. On top of that, black beans contain anthocyanins, compounds that cool down inflammation. Inflammation clogs the nitric oxide pathway, but anthocyanins restore balance, ensuring your nitric oxide actually reaches the tissues that need it. Then comes the soluble fiber, which actively removes excess LDL cholesterol from the bloodstream. Cleaner arteries equal less resistance and stronger flow, especially during intimacy or physical exertion. Black beans also contain protective compounds like ferulic acid and caffeic acid, antioxidants that guard your vessels against oxidative stress. This helps preserve nitric oxide so your body doesn't just make it, it keeps it working longer. Take one of my patients, a retired school teacher in his late 60s. He started adding a spoonful of black beans to his oatmeal 3 mornings a week. Within a month, he noticed something remarkable. He could walk the full golf course again without his legs feeling heavy. Even better, he said. Mornings started feeling normal again. No medication, no pressure, just progress. How to use them? Smartly. Start small, about A4 cup at first, especially if you're not used to high-fiber legumes. Always rinse thoroughly before cooking to remove oligosaccharides, the compounds that cause gas. If you suffer from gout, keep portions modest since black beans contain purines that may trigger flare-ups. And if you're on blood thinners, be mindful of your vitamin K intake, though beans don't contain massive amounts. Bottom line, a humble spoonful of beans can make your thighs feel stronger, your legs lighter, and your mornings more confident. And all of it comes from real food, not a pill. Food number 2, oatmeal with almonds and chia seeds. Now let's talk about the second powerhouse breakfast food. Steel-cut oats topped with toasted almond flakes and pre-oaked chia seeds. This isn't just comfort food, it's targeted nutrition for your arteries. And I call it the second step in the circulation quartet. Too many men either skip breakfast entirely or rely on nothing but coffee. The problem that spikes cortisol, tightens blood vessels, and leaves you dragging by mid-morning. The second or third cup of coffee may give a short jolt, but it doesn't solve the underlying issue: poor nutrient timing and weak blood sugar control. Others turn to sugary pastries or cereals which send blood sugar skyrocketing, only to crash hard a few hours later. The solution: a 5-minute bowl of oatmeal. Steel-cut oats provide complex carbohydrates for steady energy, while chia seeds add protein, fiber, and hydration. Almond flakes bring magnesium and healthy fats, both essential for circulation and muscle health. Why it works? Steel-cut oats are rich in beta-glucan, a special fiber that helps remove LDL cholesterol from your bloodstream. Clinical studies show that eating oats daily can lower LDL by up to 10% in just 4 weeks. As cholesterol drops, arteries widen and blood flows more freely where it's needed. Oats also contain compounds called avenethramides, rare antioxidants that activate enos, the same enzyme we mentioned earlier. They also suppress the NFKB pathway, a driver of inflammation in blood vessels. By calming this pathway, oats keep arteries flexible and responsive. Now add chia seeds. When soaked overnight, chia seeds form a mineral-rich gel that hydrates your digestive tract and slows down energy release. Inside that gel is ALA, alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based omega-3 that reduces arterial stiffness and lowers blood pressure naturally. Almond flakes add another layer of support. Rich in magnesium and polyphenols, almonds relax smooth muscle tissue and provide sustained energy. One of my patients, a 64-year-old accountant, switched from sugary cereal to this oatmeal almond chia combo. After 8 weeks, his blood vessel repair markers doubled and insulin resistance dropped by 12%. But the most important change, his confidence in the bedroom returned before his lab numbers improved. Tips for preparation. Always soak chia seeds overnight. Dry seeds expand rapidly and can cause discomfort if swallowed dry. Choose certified gluten-free oats if you have celiac disease or gluten sensitivity. Limit almonds to 2 tablespoons if you're watching calorie intake. Together, oats, chia, and almonds form a vascular rehabilitation breakfast. They clean arteries, repair blood vessel linings, and keep circulation flowing smoothly, especially where you notice it most. Food. And number 3, the circulation boost of green tea. One of my patients, Archie, age 72, came to me frustrated with declining energy and performance. Instead of reaching for a prescription, we started with something simple, swapping his daily soda for green tea. 3 weeks later, he told me, "Doc, my kettle's cheaper than Viagra." Most people assume green tea is just flavored hot water. That's a mistake. Quality green tea, especially varieties like Sencha, contains EGCG, a powerful compound that activates nitric oxide pathways. EGCG stimulates the PI3K ACT pathway, which tells your body to produce nitric oxide again. The result? Arteries relax, blood flows more freely, and circulation to the pelvic region improves. Studies show that just 1 cup of green tea can increase arterial flexibility by 30% in 2 hours. Compare that to black tea or energy drinks, and green tea comes out on top for preserving circulation. Real-life example, Archie's follow-up ultrasound after 6 weeks showed an 18% increase in blood flow velocity to the penile arteries. Even a 10% increase can boost performance. He nearly doubled that without a single pill. How to use it? Brew at 80-day, not boiling, for 3 minutes to preserve kacans. Drink 1 cup in the morning to set nitric oxide levels for the day. Add a squeeze of lemon. Vitamin C triples cakin absorption. Limit to under 5 cups daily to avoid stressing the liver. Green tea is more than a drink. It's a daily circulation ritual that can quietly restore confidence and vitality. Food. Number 4, the antioxidant power of blueberries. Finally, let's look at a common fruit with uncommon benefits, blueberries. These small dark berries are loaded with anthocyanins, plant compounds that boost nitric oxide and reduce oxidative stress. Eat them within an hour of waking, and they immediately help your arteries relax and deliver blood efficiently. A cup of blueberries contains less sugar than a slice of bread, and instead of spiking insulin, they stabilize blood sugar while supporting blood vessels. Clinical studies show that eating about a cup 240 gram can improve arterial dilation by up to 2%. That may sound small, but in vascular science, it's a meaningful improvement. Regular intake strengthens this effect as blueberry metabolites influence genes responsible for circulation and inflammation. Long-term blueberry habits have also been shown to lower systolic blood pressure by 5 to 7 points. One of my patients, a 70-year-old former smoker, added frozen blueberries to his yogurt 3 times a week. 6 months later, his arterial dilation score doubled from 3% to 6%. He cut his ED medication dose in half and told me he felt a decade younger. Blueberries are safe for most men. They're low in vitamin K, so they rarely interfere with blood thinners. If you've had kidney stones, stick to half a cup instead of a full one due to oxalates. Bottom line, blueberries help open the highways of your arteries every morning, especially in the pelvic region where circulation makes the biggest difference. Gentlemen, You've now seen the 4 foods that form the circulation quartet. Black beans rich in arginine and magnesium to boost nitric oxide. Steel-cut oats with chia and almonds clean arteries and restore flexibility. Green tea floods your body with EGCG for fast-acting circulation support. Blueberries, small but mighty antioxidants that open arteries and stabilize blood flow. Remember, timing is critical. Eat at least one of these within an hour of waking to set your circulation and confidence for the entire day. The first hour after waking is your body's prime window. Skip breakfast or wait too long and you miss that opportunity. But fuel your body wisely and you'll notice the changes. Warmer hands and feet, stronger steps, more reliable responsiveness, and even better sleep. I've seen men in their 80s regain strength and confidence simply by making these daily shifts. Aging doesn't strip your vitality. It only takes what you stop defending. So, tomorrow morning, don't aim for perfection. Just pick one of these 4 foods and start. Consistency builds momentum. If today's video gave you hope, help others find it too. Hit like, share it with a friend, and subscribe for weekly strategies to keep you strong. And let me know in the comments, will you try one tomorrow? Type 1 if yes, or 0 if something's unclear. Gentlemen, you're still writing your story, and it starts tomorrow right at your breakfast table. Take care, keep fighting.